Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and I got a quick little series presentation for you. This is available at Walmart now. These cars are $2.14 a piece. I actually did not pick them up for myself. This is the Larry Wood 50th anniversary series. I picked this up from my buddy Angel, AR Hotbox on Instagram. And I'm just not really that into these cars, but I felt like I should show them to you anyway. And Angel's always awesome about, he opens all his cars and he doesn't mind if I just open them up on video. So it is pretty cool though, looking at this series. There's 10 cars in the series. The $2.14 price point is double the price of a regular mainline car. I'm not sure if that's really worth it, but you guys can be the judge. All right, so here is card art. We'll try to look at the card art for all of these because it is probably a feature of the set is card art, even though you guys know I don't really collect cards. If you want to read that there, we can read it together, I guess. Larry credits Purple Passion with being the car that started the Hot Wheels collecting craze. The real-life version of this car is also one of Larry's favorites, with long side pipes, skirted rear fenders, and elegant pinstriping. So these are all cars, obviously, that were designed by Larry Wood. We're going to go ahead and zoom in, and we're going to go ahead and open it up. Alright, so let's take a look at the car itself. The car itself is a very nice satin black. Sorry, I got to adjust the camera here. Very nice satin black finish with some gold accenting, gold plastic base. It is plastic base, it's plastic tires. It's got that little Larry Wood 50th anniversary logo there on the side. And it's a very nice looking car. The Purple Passion definitely was a car that I liked a lot when I was younger. When I was a kid collecting these Hot Wheels is about when it came out. I think it came out, I want to say maybe late 80s, early 90s. But it is a pretty cool tooling and a design by Larry Wood. So there is number 1 of 10. I'm just going to kind of put it back in this card here. And then next we're going to take a look at this one, which is number 2 in the series. This is the Custom 53 Chevy. I've always kind of liked this casting too. I think it's kind of cool, even with the weird plastic clear hood. Here's a look at the card art. So I'm assuming these are drawings by Larry Wood. Looking to create the perfect low-riding cruiser, Larry penned this Hot Wheels take on the classic 53 Chevy. Its curved roofline and rounded fenders are a designer's dream when it comes to achieving that chopped, dropped, custom look. Chopped and dropped. All right. Go ahead and finagle the car out of the package so we can take a better look at it. There it is. Let's zoom in a little bit. And it's a pretty cool little one too. It's got kind of an antifreeze green color. Plastic base, black plastic base, chrome interior. And I'm not going to say it's a bad looking car. It's definitely pretty cool. So that's fairly neat. Let's go ahead and pull that off and just move right on. Next is the Shelby Cobra Daytona. And it's kind of cool. It's got like little Hot Wheels Hall of Fame 2003 little notes and stuff on this little sketch. So to that degree, it's pretty cool that way. This one here, growing up, one of Larry's racing and engineering heroes was Carroll Shelby. As Hot Wheels designer, Larry paid tribute to Carroll by creating this 1/64 scale version of Old Shell's famed long-distance racing sports car. And go ahead and finagle it out of the package without destroying it too much. I don't think Angel's going to want to save these cards. He's not a card collector, but at first glance, I thought this thing was on Real Riders. When I looked at it in the package, it almost looked like it was. It's not. It's definitely not. They're plastic tires. It is metal body, plastic base. Never really liked this casting either. I never really liked the exaggerated feature of it. But I guess it looks okay in this white and blue. Well, it's pretty decent. All right, so again, not sure if it's worth that $2.14 price point. You guys let me know what you think. 69 Ford Mustang, which you give it a lot of Larry Wood castings, that they are a lot of exaggerated features kind of going on with them, which, you know, is a Hot Wheels thing. I get it. I'm more of a fan of realism. Some people like this look. So there's a peek at the card art. We're going to read it again. We might as well, since we're doing it here. Designing the 69 Ford Mustang reminded Larry of his early days in Detroit. He worked on the styling for this pioneering pony car when it was nothing more than a bunch of sketches taped to a conference room wall. All right. And there it is. Boss 302. Gold, yellow. It looks okay. Again, this tooling is just not my favorite Mustang tooling. We don't have any detail in the front or the back. We've got these tampos on the side and the top. Black plastic base. And 5-spoke wheels. All right. Moving on. This is probably the highlight of the case to me. It looks really cool. This is a bone shaker, and it's in like this satin gold. Everybody knows the bone shaker, right? There's the card art on it. This one is pretty neat. The interesting thing in the card art, it looks like it's got those retro slot wheels that were from Cool Classics, and the paint on this almost looks like Cool Classics era paint. The Bone Shaker Rat Rod is one of Larry's most recent car designs with its trademark giant skull grille. He says it's a fun car to draw and even more fun to drive now that it has been built up into a real car. Go ahead and... So, the cool thing about this is it is metal on metal. So you do get a metal base with these. Now, it does seem that there is one car in these Walmart series that typically is going to have a metal body and metal base. This year has kind of been the case for that. It looks like there's always one that's going to have a metal body and a metal base, and this is your car for this particular series. And that, I think, is very cool. And it's a very nice looking gold bone shaker. So if you collect the bone shaker or the Purple Passion, I mean, this set, these two are probably going to be a must-have for you. So it looks very nice. I do think this one is really cool. And I had a hard time. I didn't pick up one for myself. I picked up one for my buddy Crazy Todd. He wanted one of these. And maybe if I do see one in the future, I might pick one of these up. Because out of the set, this might be the highlight for me. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Next up is the Wild Thing. Okay, this one's wacky. I'm kind of interested, actually, now. Do you read the story behind this one? Let's go ahead and flip this card over. Inspired by the long aerodynamic bodies of land speed record cars that streak across dry lake beds, Larry outfitted this design with a turbine engine from a jet aircraft. He also claims it is named after his wife. Ha ha ha. Very, very funny. Wild Thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything. All right. It is pretty groovy. This is a wacky casting. I believe, I don't know if it still does. We're going to find out. The hood, maybe we're going to find out. I know the hood used to open on these. I'm not sure if it still does. Oh, it does. All right, cool. It opens, but it doesn't open very far. I don't even know if you're going to be able to get a look into that. I'm going to try to focus here. So there's your jet engine. That's the furthest it opens, at least without major forcing it. So this is a weird one. This is plastic base. It is metal body. It is pretty wild. Purple with flames. Sorry for all the shaky camera work here. Just trying to do the best I can. Yeah. It's crazy looking. It's wild looking. It's a wild thing. It looks okay. All right. So there's that one. Of course, let me know what you guys think about these. Here's the Pass and Gasser Early Times Racing Team 50th. Got some writing right there. There is the drawing of it. Again, looking like it's on these retro slot wheels. And again, sorry for the shakiness in the camera here. We don't usually spend a lot of time on card art on this channel, but old school gassers are among Larry's favorite cars at the Saturday Night Drag Races. Along with its open roof, this wild quarter miler has the distinction of being the only car Larry has ever drawn using a computer. Wow, well, Larry learned how to use a computer and drew this car. Interesting. So, mostly he draws by hand, obviously. So, this casting was a CAD design. The Passin' Gasser. Not a bad looking casting. I think it's fairly cool. It did come out as a super fairly recently, right? It was like blue, I think, blue with yellow wheels, kind of wild looking. Not as wild as a wild thing, but sort of wild looking. So Passin' Gasser, plastic base, gray base, blue metal body. It's an alright car. I think what you're really paying for with that for that extra $1 is that extra attention to detail on the card art more than anything. But I do notice that these seem to have very clean tampos in comparison to normal mainline cars. They all look really good. There's no, like, you know, I don't know. They just seem to have cleaner tampos, like more quality control. So 68 Dodge Dart. This is the other one that I thought of maybe picking up because it's pretty cool. It's got that heavy metal on the side. Shout out to Heavy Metal 164. You're going to have to get yourself one of these. 8 of 10 in the series. 68 Dodge Dart. It's a nice looking car. We're going to take a peek at the back. We have to, right? So, rumored to be modeled after the full-size car owned by one of the Hot Wheels team engineers, Larry designed this 68 Dodge Dart using the classic Detroit muscle car formula, stuffing a giant V8 engine into a small body. So, he designed it with a giant V8 engine. I wonder if the interior of this car, and I've never drilled one of these castings apart, I wonder if there is a motor. I doubt it. It doesn't look like it. If there's a motor cast into the base or the interior piece. It doesn't look like there's room for one in there. This is a metal body, plastic base, as you would expect. So there's the plastic base, and I don't think there's much room in between the wheels for a giant V8. But I guess you don't know unless you drill it apart. I love the tampos on this one, though. It's got that old school airplane nose art kind of look to it. I think that looks pretty cool. Heavy metal. That might be actually the highlight of the set for me besides that bone shaker. Alright, so we got 2 left. And what are they going to be? We got the Street Rodder. This actually is a very cool casting. It's an old school black wall casting, right? Or there might have been even a redline version. I don't know. Maybe a redline tire version from the late 70s or mid 70s or whatever. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I actually have one of these, an old black wall one. Larry painted the original flame job on the real-life version of this fenderless Hot Rod Classic before it was shrunken down to Hot Wheels size. He still remembers cruising the beach in this styling machine. So apparently he owned one, and he owned one in real life, and he hand-painted flames on it. I think that's what they're trying to tell you. And here it is. I do like the flame design on it. It looks cool how it's kind of coming out of the exhaust of the car. This is kind of a cool casting. This one is metal on metal. Hey, yo. We get another metal on metal casting. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to say I like this one too. It's got a satin red finish, which looks really nice. The flames look tastefully done. And I think this one's a winner series. Maybe I'll pick up one of these if I do find another set. But that one's pretty cool. That's going to be a contender for the favorite. Maybe. I don't know if you like this casting, it will be. And then lastly, and probably, I'm not a huge fan of this casting. I know some people do like this one. This is the Roger Dodger. Kind of cool. It's like meant to be like a Dodge Challenger, right? Challenger Charger. It's a Mopar nonetheless. So Larry incorporated styling cues from several iconic car designs to create Roger Dodger. The ultimate example of classic American muscle, as Larry says. It always looks good covered with flames. Of course, as long as they're painted, right? Not really on fire. So here is the card art. Looks okay. And we'll go ahead and open it up. Take a peek at it. So this one, it looks all right. It's a pearl white. Pearl white. It's got very bright yellow, orange, greenish flames. It's got an antifreeze green colored windscreen and a chrome interior that makes up the exhaust and likely this motor right here. So again, it's all plastic except for the pearl white body, and it looks okay. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not a huge fan of that casting. I'm not a huge fan of really any of these castings in this lineup. I'm sorry to say it. And I'm not knocking it. I mean, because there's a lot of castings in here that people really like. A lot of people do like the Roger Dodger. There's plenty of Roger Dodger fans out there. There are plenty of Bone Shaker fans out there. There are definitely some Purple Passion people out there. Definitely some Purple Passion people. And actually, I don't know. I think maybe I like this one almost the best. And if not that one, it's this one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, what you think about this set. Are you going to pick it up? Is it worth the $2.14 American dollar price point? Or is it not? Is it not worth that to you? I don't know. Or is it just going to pick up a couple? Whatever. So they're hitting Walmarts. So be on the lookout. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please check out my sponsor, MassCarDisplays.com. Use the promo code CHAMPION for 10% off your Hot Wheels displays. And thanks again for watching. Subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.